Disclaimer: for privacy and safety, certain identifying details have been intentionally left vague. What you're about to hear is a retelling, built from witness-like accounts, shared for years. Some call it a legend, but everyone agrees on one thing. Kıbledere never feels empty, even when it looks that way. People who've been to Kıbledere usually say the same thing at first: there's nothing here, and I get why. In daylight, it looks normal, almost boring. A few stone houses, weeds in the courtyards, narrow lanes, that quiet village stillness. Nothing jumps out at you, no shadow in the corner, no scream, no instant horror movie moment. But Kıbledere, if the stories are true, was never about seeing something. It's about something adjusting you, slowly, quietly, like it's setting you to the village's rhythm without asking. The person who told me this has spent most of his life on the road, the kind of guy who says, "I don't scare easily," and you actually believe him. He started like this: "I'm not afraid of the dark." But that night, I wasn't scared of the dark. I was scared of my direction. That line stuck with me, because what does that even mean? Being afraid of your direction. They entered the village, late afternoon. No phone signal. Not unusual. Plenty of places in the countryside lose reception. But then the navigation froze too. The map still showed a road, but he said it felt like the road didn't lead anywhere, like the idea of getting somewhere had been removed. And once they drove deeper in, he noticed something else. The sound started disappearing. There was wind. He could see branches moving. But there was no wind sound. Leaves shifted, but didn't rustle. Even the car felt too loud, like the village had turned the world's volume down. Like it was swallowing noise, he told me. At some point, they saw a house with the door slightly open. They laughed about it, because people always do. Someone even said, "You know what they say, an open door is bad luck." They pushed it. Cold air hit them. Immediately. Not winter cold. Not it's chilly cold. He described it as stone cold. The kind that doesn't just touch your skin. It goes straight into your chest. Like breathing in a basement that's been closed for decades. Still, they went in, sat down, talked, even joked around. For the first hour, nothing happened, which is exactly how these stories get you. They let you relax first. Then, slowly, the house changed. Not visually, nothing dramatic. Just pressure. He said it felt like the walls had moved closer, like the ceiling had lowered by a few inches. Not enough to see, but enough to make your body tense without knowing why. After midnight, he got up to find the bathroom. 2 steps in, he walked straight into a wall, not bumped, hit. He stopped, confused, and said out loud, "That wall wasn't there." His friend got up too, tried to find the door. Same problem. It was like the layout had been rearranged while they were sitting there. A door where there should have been empty space. Empty space where there should have been a door. They tried to laugh it off. Sleepiness, stress, imagination. But then, his eyes drifted to the mirror in the corner. He said the mirror looked dark. Not, the room is dark, dark. More like the mirror itself was filled with darkness. Like it had depth. Like it was holding something back. And while he was staring, the darkness inside the mirror moved. Not a shadow, not a reflection. The darkness itself shifted, the way still water shifts when something moves underneath it. That was the moment they decided to leave. They went to the door, opened it. And according to what he told me, the street they came in from wasn't there. Outside was completely different. A narrow path instead of a street. Trees pressed in on both sides. And ahead, a single yellow light shining. Except there was no house, no building, just the light, hanging there like it didn't need a source. His friend said quietly, "This isn't our door." They slammed the door shut, opened it again. Now there was a street, but it wasn't right. The fountain that should have been on the right side was on the left. The spot where their car had been was empty. It felt like the village had shifted its pieces, like a board game rearranging itself while you weren't looking. And then they heard something from inside the house. Not a full word, not even a sentence. More like breath, shaped into a single syllable. Star. Like it was trying to say, stay. He told me, if I admitted I heard it, it would feel like agreeing. So he didn't answer. He didn't even react. And his friend stayed silent too, because there's a rule people whisper about places like this. If you hear something at night, don't respond. Don't say, "Who's there?" because even that counts as answering, and answering counts as opening something. They ran. They didn't argue. They didn't plan. They just ran out the door and into the street. They ran through lane after lane, breathing hard, convinced they'd find the way out, and then they ended up in front of the same fountain again. They ran again. Same fountain. Again. Same fountain. Not once. Not 3 times. Over and over. He said something that made my stomach drop. We didn't walk in circles. The road circled us. At some point, he stopped, exhausted, and leaned against the fountain. And that's when he noticed writing carved into the stone, cracked and worn, barely readable. But one word was still clear: return. He stared at it and thought, if I turn back, I'll stay. So he kept walking forward, without turning his head. His friend followed right behind him, because every story like this ends up saying the same thing: don't look back. Near dawn, when the call to prayer drifted in from far away, everything snapped back into place. The street looked like a street again. The lanes made sense. The car was where it was supposed to be. The village was normal, but they weren't. He finished the story with a sentence. I still remember exactly. People think we got out, but the village kept a piece of our direction inside. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to leave a like. For more stories like this, subscribe to the channel. And if you turn on the notification bell, you'll be the first to know the moment a new video goes live. Now tell me in the comments, what do you think really happened inside that house? Was it a mind trick? Or did the village deliberately change the road? And one more question. The moment you saw the darkness move inside the mirror, would you walk away immediately, or would you look one more time? See you in the next story. And tonight, if you suddenly feel afraid of your direction for no reason, don't blame the dark. Maybe the problem isn't you. Maybe it's the road.